Good morning, students. How are you all? Stay at home and be safe. Today, after the long unexpected holidays, we are going to start our maths lessons. This year, the 7th class maths textbook is changed. This is your new textbook and a new publication. And in this textbook, total 26 lessons are given. And from these 26 lessons, 8 lessons are given for your first term syllabus. The chapters are, first one is concepts of set, second one integers, third one fractions, fourth decimals, next one is rational numbers, sixth chapter is fundamental concepts, and seventh one is angles, and eighth one statistics. So from these 8 lessons today, let us begin with the third chapter, that is fraction. So lesson 3, fraction. Fraction, it is not a new topic for you. You already learned about fraction in smaller classes. Fraction means parts of a whole. Parts or part of a whole. Suppose any whole, if it is an apple, or if it is a rectangle, or any figure, or if it is a circle, if it is divided into a number of equal parts, and each part is called is the fraction of the whole. Suppose here I draw one rectangle, and if this rectangle is divided into 4 equal parts, each part of this is called 1/4 of the whole. The first part, it is called 1/4. Same way, second also we can call 1/4. And if we are shading the two parts of this like this, and this 2 part is known as 2/4. And if we are shading 3 parts together, and then it is called 3/4. In fraction, always a whole. A whole means 1 in fraction. That means here I already explained what is the meaning of 1/4, what is 2/4, and what is 3/4. Suppose we are taking into consideration all the 4 parts together, or if we are shading all the 4 parts together, then the fraction will be 4/4. 4/4 means 1. 4 divided by 4. 4/4 means 4 divided by 4. That is 1. That is why in fraction a whole means 1. And now let us explain what is numerator and the denominator of the fraction. Here we are taking the same example, 2/4. In this fraction, 2 is known as the numerator of the fraction, and 4 is the denominator of the fraction. 2 is the numerator and 4 is the denominator. The fraction you can read in 3 ways. Already I am saying this 2/4, 1/4 like this. Same 2/4, the fraction you can read as 2/4 like this. 2/4, or you can read as 2/4, or you can read it as 2/4. Any one method you can use for reading the fraction, 2/4 or 2/4 or 2/4. Now let me move to the next topic, that is classification of fraction. Classification of fraction. The first type of fraction is simple fraction. Simple fraction. Simple fraction means if in a fraction the numerator and the denominator is an integer, That type of fraction is called a simple fraction. For example, 1 upon 2. In this example, 1 is an integer and 2 is also an integer. Another example, if it is 11 upon 3. This is also a simple fraction. Integer 11 is integer, 3 is also integer. Simple fraction can also be called as common fraction or vulgar fraction. That means simple fraction, common fraction and vulgar fraction. These three names are same, meaning is same only. Now second type is complex fraction. Complex fraction means if in a fraction the numerator or the denominator or both numerator and denominator contains a fraction, that type of fractions are called a complex fraction. Once again I am repeating, if in a fraction the numerator or the denominator or both the numerator and the denominator contains a fraction, that type of fractions are called a complex fraction. For example, here 3 upon 5 upon 6. Second example, 7 upon 2 upon 5. And third example, 2 upon 3 upon 7 upon 8. Three examples are given here. In the first example, the numerator is 3 upon 5. It is a fraction. And its denominator 6, it is an integer. In the second example, the numerator is 7, that is an integer, and the denominator 2 upon 5 is a fraction. And the third example, both numerator and the denominator is fraction. So this type of fractions are called a complex fraction. I think you understood these 2 points, simple fraction and a complex fraction. Let me move to the third point, that is proper fraction. Proper fraction is also a simple fraction. In a simple fraction, if the numerator is smaller than its denominator, if the numerator is smaller than its denominator, that type of fractions are called a proper fraction. For example, here it is 3 upon 7 or 11 upon 65 or 13 upon 27. Three examples are given here. In first example, 3 upon 7. Here 3, the numerator is smaller than its denominator 7. And the second example, the numerator 11 is smaller than its denominator 65. And third example, the numerator 13 is smaller than its denominator 27. So this type of fractions are called a proper fraction. And the fourth type of fraction is improper fraction. Improper fraction is just opposite of proper fraction. That means in improper fraction, the numerator is greater than its denominator. In proper fraction, numerator is smaller than denominator. In improper fraction, the numerator is greater than its denominator. For example, if you are getting 7 upon 3 or 65 upon 11 or 27 upon 30. Three examples are given here also. In all the three examples, the numerator is greater than its denominator. See the first one, 7 upon 3. 7 is greater than 3, so it is an improper fraction. In the second example, 65 upon 11, here 65 is greater than 11, so this is also an improper fraction. And the third example also, 27 is greater than 13, so it is an improper fraction. Now the fifth type of fraction is mixed fraction. A mixed fraction consists of an integer and also a proper fraction, like this. This one, it is an integer and a proper fraction, 2 upon 3. You can read this fraction as 1, 2 upon 3. One more example, 4, an integer with another proper fraction, that is 6 upon 11. This is also a example for mixed fraction. Now let us see how we can convert a mixed fraction into improper fraction and also an improper fraction into mixed fraction. Conversion of mixed and improper. Suppose if you are getting an improper fraction 65 upon 7. It is an improper fraction. Numerator is greater than denominator 7. So for converting this improper into mixed fraction, you have to just divide the numerator by its denominator. Divide the numerator by its denominator and find the quotient and the remainder. So let's see how to do. 65 should be divided by 7. Division by 7. The tables, I think you all are remembering the table. If anyone by chance you forgot, just revise the tables today itself. So let me start the division. 65 divided by 7. 7 9s are 63. And 65 minus 63 you are getting 2. And in this division, 2 is the remainder. 9 is the quotient. And 7 is the divisor. After doing the division, you have to write the mixed fraction like this. That is, quotient you take as the integer or the integral part of the mixed fraction. That is, 9 will come here, and the remainder you have to take as the numerator of the fraction, and the divisor 7 will be the denominator. This is the mixed fraction for this improper fraction 65 upon 7. So 9 quotient, 2 is the remainder, 7 is the divisor. And listen, this improper fractions denominator and the mixed fraction denominator will be same, it will not change. So with this, let me wind up the class now. Before winding up, you write down the questions for the homework. Okay, this is your today's homework. Write the definitions of fractions, simple fraction, complex fraction, proper fraction, improper fraction and mixed fraction. I know you are not having the textbook with you, don't worry. Listen the class carefully and write the definition of these 6 terms. Yes, see you all tomorrow. Bye.